do, so it's okay. It is all
You and I
right.
sang, I think, most of the night. We
We
annoyed Cody at
did.
Vale.
Absolutely.
It was great. I don't know what you mean.
Absolutely. All right. All the eyes is on. Can somebody check to make sure that the YouTube and Twitch is running?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. All right. Let me get my. You said the. Should. Is that okay? Oh! All right.
It's good.
Yeah.
And Twitch is good.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's get this going. I'm going to share this out. Oh, hold on. What I need to do, I made a little spam. Oh, shit. Made a little spam. Let me spam me on. Spam me on, bitch. Oh, gotta spam that shit. Spam it all out. Get in that bit. Oh. Alright, here we go. Is that it? Alright, y'all could just steal that spam for what I spammed out and, share it. If y'all got it. Hopefully you did.
Are we streaming live on Facebook? Or
Nah, I stopped streaming on Facebook because Facebook was doing a number to me. It was like really restricting me with a lot of stuff, and I was
Yeah.
getting hit.
you got the link on where we're doing live, so I can share it on Facebook on our Smokefest channel.
Yes, hold on. I'll share the TikTok to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're gonna be starting in a few. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah. I'm so excited. I've been waiting all 2 weeks for this. It's me clicking everybody's name except
What
yours,
is that,
so.
Velvet?
Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the gifts. Welcome in. All right. Dang, we got 7 so far. 7 in the building. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all.
What is that,
What's
Velvet?
up? Oh, wait, I sent the wrong one. Hold on. It's this one. All right. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome in. There we go. Oop. Tap up the screens. Tap up the screens. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See what's going on. Thank you so much, Diamond. How you doing? How you living? Everybody good? Looking good? Smelling good? Feeling good? I hope so. I got this lo-fi R&B in the background. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about great stuff today, you guys. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. You could be anywhere, but you choose to be right here. Amber, what's going on? Thank you so much. Jordan, thank you so much. Nisi, what's going on? Roxy! Roxy in the building. Everybody's in the
What
building.
is that, Velvet?
Thank you, thank you, thank you for the daily heart me. I appreciate you. Raina, what's going on? AGK, what's going on? Jordan, what's going on? Everybody got people in the live studio audience today. Everything is good. Make sure that y'all hashtag FYP in the chat. Also, make sure that y'all hit that share button and hit copy link so that way people would know and enjoy the conversation. Jay, baby, what's going on? Welcome in. I see you. Sis, thank you so much for the
What is that, Velvet?
finishing out my live goal. Giving me all those lightning bolts. a zizzle. That's how I imagine lightning bolts sound. A zizzle. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. As I've been stating for the past few streams over the past couple of weeks, is that I was in Smokefest 2025 on Second Life. If you don't know what that is, it's the largest music festival in Second Life, like the biggest. It's like the Coachella of motherfucking Second Life, and I got to commentate on the final show, the finale show. What is that? And it was so much fun. Oh my god, I wish that you guys would have been there. If you want to go and see it, it's on the Smokefest replay on YouTube. So go ahead and search up Smokefest. What is it? Smokefest SL or Smokefest 2025?
What is it, Vale?
Smokefest SL.
There you go. Look up Smokefest SL.
I'm like, what? I could hear the panic in her voice. I was like, Smokefest SL.
Thank you. Now, all those voices that y'all hear, baby, are of the other commentators and the owner himself. And we're here. We're going to talk about all things motherfucking Smokefest after the smoke clears, baby. Yes. That was like my magic noises and shit. But yes, look, we got everybody here in the building. Yeah. We got Nesto here, the owner of Smokefest SL. We got Vale here, one of the commentators and also a wonderful landscaper on SL. We got Roxy, amazing singer, DJ extraordinaire, another commentator, and then Cody, her what would you say? Like, he's your co-business person.
Cody does everything. He manages the website. He's our tech aficionado.
Look at
also
all that.
Commentator.
Come
He's
on,
amazing.
Cody. and a funny fucking person. When I tell you, this man had me dying the whole entire night, bruh. Cody is hilarious. But let's get into
what you mean.
Let's get into it. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh wait, hold on. Let me share this out real quick to on Facebook so that way people can take a gander if they would like to. And then we're gonna start. I appreciate you guys for coming through. It means the world to me, man. I mean, it means the world that everybody is pulled up.
Well, thank you for having us. And everybody who's listening, please like and subscribe. I always wanted to say that.
Oh.
I feel like an influencer now.
Yeah. Cause you are.
Is that what they say? What y'all say is please like and subscribe?
Like and
That's
subscribe.
it. You're now hip with the kids.
Hit that.
Yeah. Please like, subscribe, and send her money via Cash App, not.
Wow, no.
Not the lightning bolts.
No, send the lightning bolts. It's all good. It's all good. Yes, all the coins.
The lightning bolts.
Send me the coins, baby. Send me the coins. All right. Welcome, everybody, to Peach Tea Podcast, where the conversation. No, where the tea is sweet, but the conversation is spicy. And we have here Smokefest 2025 staff in the building, and we're gonna get into talking about all it entails behind the scenes work of Smokefest and what's to come, all of that stuff. We're just gonna get in and have a good time, and I'm gonna chop it up with my people because I missed it. I had missed it, damn. But yeah. First, Nesto, would you like to get into telling people what Smokefest is, and how did you come about this?
Yeah, Smokefest is basically just a charity of the community, which means all these musicians and DJs, we work all year round, and I just wanted to give them a badass venue, a badass party, atmosphere and realistic atmosphere. Coachella and Rolling Loud. A lot of music festivals were my inspiration. But when before Smokefest was created, I go to see these live events, and it just didn't feel live, in my opinion. But I didn't have much knowledge, of music festivals in SL. I just felt like they didn't marry these live elements, well. Uh, and also, like, I'm just a stage nerd, so like I really love the production of and how the stage can be, and I just had a vision of like what I can possibly do. But at that time I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? But I just
Right.
was so sure, like, I can create a realistic environment of live and immersive, and I felt that in my heart. And I also wanted it to be of all demographics and musical genres, so I wanted to look out that crowd and see everybody,
Right.
instead of going into a club and you see a selective of people who likes the music. So you'll see one demographic of music fans. But I wanted to create an environment where everybody comes together, and lifts up every aspect of business in SL. I mean, from brands to DJs to tribute artists to live artists. I mean, you name it, to RP communities now, you name it. I try to incorporate every aspect of the business. And for 1 month of the year, I wanted to everybody make their money and come together and help each other have a brand boost in some kind of way.
Yes, y'all
That was
heard
the
it
vision.
correctly. It's a month-long festival. A month-long festival where people come, and every weekend you could get a whole different plethora of acts on the stage. You got your vendors, you got your renters where you could come and stay, and you could just enjoy the whole thing. Like, it's a whole vibe. If you're not in Second Life, maybe next year around that time, if you would like to join, so that way you can experience that. I think that you should experience it firsthand, because it's a vibe. It's really, like, really dope. Especially if somebody in the chat said, what is this game? What is this Second Life? Second Life is this, basically. It's a group of avatars here just chopping it up and living your best Second Life. Whatever it is that you wish that you had in real life, you could have it on Second Life. But yeah, so I think that everybody should experience Smokefest for sure. So make an account and get your ass in here, baby, and come to Smokefest 2026. Come out to Smokefest. So what do you think that first time attendees can experience when they first come, like when they
I
first
think
arrive?
from the messages I get. By the way, if you message me during the shows and I don't respond to you, I'm extremely sorry. But there's a lot, and I'm also extremely mentally exhausted. So, like, we have like a little powwow of, like, my team, everybody here, and the team, and we just talk about how excited everything is. And after that, I'm like so tired, and I just want to apologize. I want to say that before I forget. But I read them, but also I'm doing lights. But I read the messages, but I'm sorry if I didn't get back to you. So don't think I'm like some weird guy.
You're just busy, we get it.
Yeah.
But sorry, Peaches. What was your initial question?
Oh, what do you
What
think?
can people expect when they
Oh, yeah,
when
so-
they drop down to Smokefest
Yeah.
for the first time?
Right. So from the messages I get,
Thanks,
people are so
You're welcome.
shocked of like how immersive it is and how detailed it is, and how like we kind of like grasp all the elements of a festival and just visually immersive. So people are shocked that way. And then people that watch the show, you got live lighting, which is rare in SL, and then you have all these performers that do such an amazing job with their sets and everything. So they're just blown away, and they're like kind of grasping what they've seen, but also a lot of them get inspired to go on and create something in music. But I think people I think they have that aspect. I think they're shocked of how immersive it is, and when people respond and tell me how immersive it is, and that, and that's, to me, like, that's a job well done. That's what we shoot for.
Right. So, how long did it actually take for it to come to life from thought
Oh,
to from thought to Smokefest?
From the very first starting planning, it takes almost close to a year to do, because we built the cards early, and cards meaning like we built the shows early. We like to book the shows extremely early, so everybody knows that they're gonna their time slot, and they can start working, and to whatever their schedule is. So it starts close to a year is when we start booking for the next one and start planning. Vale will tell you, I think for Smokefest 5 we got some exciting things, and we're already plotting for 5. So it's really early.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's amazing.
From conception, definitely a year.
Yeah.
So Vale, you were the
Hey.
one who did the landscaping of Smokefest, and that came out super fantastical.
Ooh,
Yes, amazing job.
Yes, it
Yeah, I
was
like
so
that
good.
word.
Yeah,
fantastical.
Yes, baby.
Like and subscribe.
Click my like button.
Right.
Hip with the kids. Hip with the kids.
Okay.
YOLO.
How long?
Just kidding.
How long does it take
Jesus Christ.
for that? Like, for
Oh,
that to
gosh.
come? Like, what?
Well, there's-
like, did y'all sit there and be like, okay, I want this feel, and then you just hit it from
You
there?
know, this year we had a lot of like transitions and adjustments in the middle of the conception phases and planning phases. So we ended up switching gears at one point, and I believe once that happened, it was sort of like figuring out where we were going to have it. Obviously, we had it in Portofino this year.
Right.
So we wanted to kind of go with that theme. There were definitely other themes that were out on the table. But I think we felt that one would be the most fluid based on what was already kind of there. And I would say, so we started talking about that stuff. A lot of things were still, we had some uncertainties with, are we going to do 2 regions? Are we going to do 3 regions? And we also, my type of landscaping is a lot of hyper realistic detail. So I wasn't going to let anybody just, drop down and be like, I don't know, are we in like, Nebraska? Are we in Michigan? Where are we? I wanted it to be really specific. I would say I had to hit the ground running, and I had about 6 weeks to finish 3 regions in that level of detail. I think by week 1, we had finished the backstage area, coming up with the concepts of the marina and houseboats this year instead of the trailers for artists. And we moved it. We obviously had a different vision for the trailers, which were the hillside trailers over on Boho Beach. But I think that was the hardest part in terms of planning. I couldn't plan. I joke with everybody, those that know me. Once somebody like hands me a map and like kind of tries to tell me how to map out landscape, I'm like, oh man, I can't do that. Like I can a little bit, obviously, but Young pretty much said to me, I said to him, actually, you just need to let me freestyle.
Right.
And that's the only way you're going to get 3 regions in 6 weeks out of me, is if you let me do what I want. And he just was like, I trust you. You got it. Like, go for it. And so I didn't really have any time to plan. It was 6 weeks, and had to get those rentals up, had to get the stage up, had to get the booths up for all of the designers that we had this year. It was a lot, and it happened very quickly. So when we say like we hit the ground running, we hit the ground running, and there wasn't too much time to plan in terms of landscape. I kind of knew in my head, but when it came down to it, I was like, you gotta let me go. So that's what we
Let
did.
that baby hand go and let her fly.
That's right.
She said that. She said, you got to let me fly.
Yeah, I did. I did. You have
Yeah.
to. Otherwise, I'm not. If I get stuck, like, because you want a road here or a thing here, it was really fun because, I would put something down and tell him, like, I don't know about this parking lot. I don't know about this. And then it becomes our favorite spot, and
Yeah.
I want people to drop down at the entrance of Smokefest, which was epic, if I do say so myself, this year with the tunnel or the entryway to even get into the festival grounds. Cody added really immersive sound, so you feel like you can hear the crowd, and everything that I wasn't sure about doing worked. Eventually, we had a big open spot, and I was like, what about this like influencer lounge?
Oh, that's cool.
That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I don't want to take up all your time, but yeah, I mean,
no.
we try something and it's like, do we love it? Do I just try it? I'll often say, I have an idea. I have a crazy idea. What if we did this?
Right.
And, he'll say, try it. And we try it and it works. And, yeah, it was like that with many different spots of Smokefest this year.
Yeah, you did an amazing job. Like, it looked
Thank
so
you.
good.
Thank you.
I was like,
it's
okay,
with a lot of people's support.
Listen, I don't have money like that in real life, so for me to be able to access, these events such as Smokefest, it gives me a feel of like I'm there in real life.
Yeah.
So it felt good to just be there and be like, yeah, I'm in motherfucking Portofino, bitch. I'm over here, like,
There's a lot of people like that, and Nesto, I don't know if you want to share that, but there's a lot of reason for people to come to Smokefest beyond the money. Just
that was one of the creative motivations to do Smokefest, because a lot of people that are going through some really like mental ailments, debilitating depression or agoraphobia, or whatever the reason is, people log in the metaverse. A lot of people in this community is going through things in their real life, that anxieties,
right.
that one, I remember, well, no, this is another story, but I remember somebody who I knew, but they didn't tell nobody that they had like really that they had cancer, and it was debilitating cancer, and they were saying that they were too sick to go to Coachella, or then that's their dream, and then Coachella's like what, 1,000, 10,000 VIP tickets is 10,000, 1,500 for a ticket. Music venues are so overpriced, and the economy is not in great shape.
Right.
And sometimes people don't live in Indio, California, or people don't live in Rio, Brazil, where they have amazing festivals, or and I wanted to create something so immersive, and that was a goal, to make people feel like they're in one of these places and have the talent that is in these places. Like, that's one thing we got to give credit to the community of SL. SL community is one of the most talented places in all of the metaverse. We have such a talented yeah. And so if you were to look back and you see these singers on and Smokefest, I mean, they have really amazing voices that rival real life artists, and DJs who rival real life DJs. And we have such an amazing talent, and visual artists. We were just talking a few moments with Grant and his show. We have like everything we have here we can do, and with that weaponry, like, we can, people who can't go, whatever their reason is, to go to Coachella, I wanted to give them a place where they feel like they can go to Coachella or a music festival and get dressed and have fun and take pictures and be happy. And that was one of the big motivating factors, to do Smokefest.
Yeah.
I love that. That's
Right. I definitely appreciate that, because baby, what y'all don't understand. First of all, welcome everybody in to Peach Tea Podcast Playing with Peaches right now. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got 15 in the building on TikTok. I don't know how many other places because I can't see, but welcome, guys. Welcome in. We are talking through Second Life about Second Life's biggest music festival, which is Smokefest. And you guys can check that out, Smokefest SL on YouTube. Go ahead and check that out. I commentated the fourth finale show, so if y'all want to go and check that out, make sure that y'all do that. All right, because your girl was there, and I was with these bomb people right here on the set with me, and I love them. They was mad cool, yo. All right, so go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really good. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate y'all so very, very much. All right, so let's get into the next biggest thing, which is the artist and and the DJs and all that stuff. Like, is there a conversation about what the feel is for the music? Like, do y'all sit there and be like, oh, what's the vibe for this Smoke Fest? And, you know, y'all just move from there?
Yeah, for this Smoke Fest, I definitely had a vibe. And the thing about when you have a vibe, when you're creating these shows, it's a long way till show one. So the vibe will either fall apart or it'll continue. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so it's difficult to create these shows with a vibe, because I always do. But then by show one, it turns into its own animal, and it turns out amazing. And you know, because if somebody drops out, I don't just now I don't just look for anybody. I look for okay, who's somebody that could like be a great follow, lead or after. So there's no fluff. I respect everybody's hour, because if you just get anybody, then that's an hour of could be like dead air, equivalently. You have to be strategic in doing these shows. So there's definitely a vibe with this Smokefest, and the vibe of this Smokefest was definitely party, like no sleepers, just straight. Not that we had sleepers before, but like it was just straight high energy party vibe for the Smokefest, creating these shows.
I love that. So what is it that you look for when it comes to like artists and DJs?
For live artists,
yeah,
if they can, I'll start with live artists. That's a question that they always ask, and the thing is with live artists at venues, and Roxy knows because she has a venue, like they're used to just playing live acoustic, and that transition doesn't work well with the main stage because we're filming and there's a lot. It's so massive, so they can get swallowed up. In my opinion, I know a lot of people enjoy it. So I tell the live artists to bring a set and bring visual production and bring a backing track or have live, whatever they want to do. But it can't, it's going to be hard to hold it. And I could be totally wrong, but it's hard to hold an audience and everybody's just in the atmosphere of Smokefest with a massive stage, and you got lasers ready to be fired, you got pyro ready to be fired. It's hard to hold an audience if you're just out there, with an acoustic guitar and just singing an hour straight of, acoustic music. By the way, I'm acoustic guitar player and I do that, so I'm not downing that. But I also know what's right for that style. You know what I mean?
Right.
So with live artists, I look at adaptability. Are they going to bring a big sound to the stage, to the main stage, and with a backing track and a set and production? And with DJs, I look for, just high energy, a DJ that doesn't sound tired on the mic. That's my biggest pet peeve. When it's a big, night like Smokefest, and then, I need that. I need a DJ to sound like very hyped and almost screaming, but not redlining and not crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I look for.
Can I add to that too?
Yeah, of course.
Because he's very understanding of like the musical stuff, and I just want to throw this in there too for any of you who plan on maybe wanting to participate next year. One of the other things, and I'm sure he was going to get to this, is your presence in the community. Someone who's actively performing, actively playing, someone who's active, someone who's consistent, and someone who is ready and prepared. There's a lot of great artists, and we obviously saw that, and we have one sitting right here today with us, Roxy.
Yes.
That's a great-
You're so very
That's-
sweet.
That's a great
To
point,
do her
Val.
impromptu showcase on the
That's a
stuff
great
here, which I'm
important
sure.
point
Go
that
ahead,
Val
sorry.
did. That's a great point that Val did, and I totally forgotten. Me and Val talk
Yeah.
about this all the time, so that's why she brought it up.
Yeah.
And it's active, performers. You could tell when somebody does one or like no shows a year, opposed to like somebody who is active every week.
Yeah.
You know,
Practicing.
yeah, we can definitely tell, and with the stage and the amount of hours the team and everybody brings into Smokefest,
Right.
you know, now we're like very what's that, we're very activity is what we look for, basically. Sorry.
Yeah, consistency,
No, I get what you're
activity, willingness to practice. You can't just get up on the stage and be like, yeah, I've done this before. Yeah, I've performed for a lot of people before. Yeah, I'm good. It's like, no, Smokefest is another beast. And maybe Roxy can give like her perspective. I know
Right.
in what was it? Show 3, Roxy?
Yeah, show 3.
She's a performer that performs consistently all the time. And then, you know, last minute we got her up on the stage, and she might be able to give a perspective of what that was like, just as someone who regularly performs and then got up in front of, you know, 130 people
In seconds notice.
Right.
with 3 seconds notice. Cody was like,
No panic at
are
all.
we doing this? And she's like, are we doing this? She's like, I need a minute.
What was it like, Rocky? Let us know. Let us know.
It was interesting. It was exhilarating. It was a little nerve-wracking, but we needed, to fill in some time, and it actually worked out really well. I'm gonna get really personal for about 5 seconds here. I had taken a little break from singing for a little bit. My mom had been sick, and she passed away right before Smokefest started.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear.
And no, it's okay. It's okay. And I hadn't been singing because I was taking care of her, and she was my biggest fan.
Right.
So getting up there, I had no time to think about that. There was absolutely no time. And I got up there and just sang for the first time in, about 6 weeks probably that we had been dealing with her, and all the fears went away. For most performers, I think at least this is how I am. I'm nervous, and then the moment you step on that stage, it all falls away.
Yeah.
And you're just you with everybody else, and you're having a party with your friends, and you're having fun, and that's what makes it for me, at least. And so no, please never do what I did and just get up there and sing. Make sure you have your plan.
Yeah.
Well, you did amazing.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot, but it's the planning and the time that goes in. I don't think people realize how much goes into these sets. And when mistakes happen, it's how could a mistake happen? Because it's live. It's live, baby. These mistakes happen, and things happen, and we adjust, and we move on, and we roll with it. That's what you got to do.
Exactly. And I know
Never
your
gonna be
mom.
perfect.
I know your mom was glad that you was out there singing and having you a good old time.
She
even
was.
though you was stressed.
I was. It helped me get the nerves away.
Yeah.
I had no
exactly.
time to think about it, but
I had no
I
time.
appreciated the chance from Young and Vale and everybody, and it was a lot of fun. And maybe one day I'll get up there and do the whole thing. We'll see.
You want to hear something funny about Roxy, a story of Smokefest?
Oh God.
Oh,
But if you-
yeah, of course.
But if you
Go
guys
ahead.
hear this, you have to like and subscribe, and then I'll give her some lightning bolts. Okay, so show 3 happened, and we had a lot of technical difficulties. I'll just say that, right? That's Vale's favorite word, by the way. So
2 words.
2 words, yeah. So, so Roxy, we had some technical difficulties towards the end of the night. We had our last one, and so she has to come and repair and do all this, convey to the audience, like, don't give up on us yet, like, show will be all right. But like in her head was like, oh fuck, that's all she was thinking. The last technical difficulty, she was like, fuck, like I don't know, I thought that was so funny. It was show 3 when we had some issues, but we ended strong that night, and it was an amazing night. And when Smokefest got going, it showed, things happen, like Roxy said in the live. And when you're filming live, anything can happen. When we're filming, if we filmed Smokefest not live and we do all the edits, then it'll look amazing. But when you're live, anything can happen, and you have to. If you're a part of Smokefest team, you have to adapt and think
If you
quickly.
only
and
heard the
problem solve.
commentators. If you only heard, and teachers, you know what it's like back there.
Yeah.
I wasn't back there. I would jump in every now and then when I wasn't doing it, but the commentator reel is just, that alone is comedy gold. Like,
Yeah.
Well, you got Cody over there and his, British humor, and me
So
over
funny.
here like fuck. Like,
yeah. And I'm usually like, and what just happened?
Cody, what was going through your
What do I
mind,
need to
man?
know?
What was going through your mind when that happened? When she had to get thrown up on the stage? Were you nervous for her?
You know the one gif of the dog in the room on fire?
Yes.
shut up.
The one like, it's fine, everything's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm sat there. She'd left to go into the other chat, and she comes back. I'm like, I'm going up there. I'm like, doing what? and then I didn't
Just
get
like
to
that,
properly
by the way.
introduce that Roxy's going out there, because I didn't know. Like, next thing I know, she's up there singing. I'm like, what the hell? What you don't
what was
see
the one where it was like,
is
pick the songs?
yeah.
Yes.
What you don't see is she wanted me to find the songs to sing, so I was in her song list finding her songs. I was trying to commentate, and we had it was match with us that week, and they cut to the commentators. I'm like, Match, you're gonna have to say something because my brain's going 47 miles a minute.
Oh my god.
I couldn't think of song. Like plus I was getting everything else ready. I'm getting my screen ready. I'm trying to get my Abby on stage. I'm getting my software up, and I'm like, just give me songs to sing, upbeat, fun songs. Throw them at me, and so I could get them pulled up. And so I laid a lot on his plate that day.
The 100 songs that Roxy has, the 3 that Cody picked, Roxy said no to those 3 songs. I was like, that's a
It was
typical
the
woman
first
and
one.
bad
It
relationship.
was Holding Out for a Hero, and I was like, this sounds like a great Smokefest idea. And she was like, no.
There's someone here, too, that went up that day. That went up during on Smokefest and performed and did an amazing job, which is Grant. And y'all seen him already in my Happy Gay Lucky episode. He already came on, and we love Grant. Grant is here. Grant, can I ask you, how long does it take for you to get your sets together, baby?
What's he gonna say?
Are you there, Grant?
Once.
I kind of threw it to you real crazy. I didn't give you a time. You still look cute though.
This is when he stepped away to pee, and this is
Yeah,
when
it would be that time, but we'll come back to it. It will
he
come
went to
back
go get a
to
drink.
I never heard Grant so quiet.
No.
No, we'll come back. Yeah, but yeah, Grant went up as Lady Gaga's, and again, you guys can go and see that if you go to YouTube and look up Smokefest SL. He performed in the finale episode, so you guys, which is the fourth one, so you guys can go watch all of them. Have you a ye grand old time. Even our rump shaker herself, DJ Rue, was on the 1s and 2s. She was out there killing it. And
Yeah,
she was on, right? She was on which one is the
Is that what
second
she
one,
was?
right?
Is that fella?
Yeah, week 2. She
She
was in
did
week 2.
amazing.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
the set was amazing. Just a great set that was.
Yeah, and Slick here was one of the dancers shaking that ass. Yes!
Yes.
That's awesome.
Out there
That's so
performing,
cool.
getting her rump shaker on top of cars. You know
How
how
was
he
it?
does.
Love that.
Yes.
I don't have the performer perspective. Well, so far I did, but like I did. But how was that going on the stage and performing with DJ Rue?
Honestly, it was a
Lekiana.
great time. Overall, I would say that it was a great experience. Prior to us even, not gonna lie, we had to put in some overtime last minute to kind of get everything together and make sure that, Rue had enough talent for the stage to, put on a show. And everybody was really, really great about coming together and, spending time, putting together HUDs for dancing and stuff like that and getting input from everybody. And, I'm a big fan of putting together an outfit. I love a good look or two, so that was also fun for me as well. As far as getting to the stage and, getting out there in front of everybody, honestly, it's always such a great time. The crowd was so high energy, and it's always nice to see that, like you said, a group of different demographics coming together to listen to different vibes for music and, hopefully leaving with, some new things added to their playlist, which Rue is really, really good at. She always comes with bangers. So performance 10 out of 10. It's always fun. I'd do it again.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize the work that goes into what the dancers do. I think so many just think, oh, you put on a dance HUD and you press play and you link your friends in. And
Nah, it's way more than that.
it's
Yeah.
so much more. And I just
Tell
don't
that
think-
story. Rep the dancers.
right. Like, so they have to make sure everything's set up properly on them. And then those HUDs are not easy. They have to be. It's not like they're purposely made difficult. There's a lot in them. You syncing the dances, you syncing it to the music. You have your pauses in there where they're needed. If something happens, especially the dancers that are with, live performers, they have to slow down for something or they have to mess something up and start over. It's so much. It's not just click and play.
No.
And I think people need to appreciate as well all the work that the dancers do while they're all up there and they're beautiful and they're shaking their rumps.
Yes.
So much into it. So they definitely need their props.
Rump shake is going to
Facts.
always shake, baby.
Rocky hit the
Yeah.
nail on the head. It does take a lot of work.
Yeah. It's and especially because I know Mo is a stickler for she always not really a stickler, but she always knows the right dance to go with the song. If y'all know Mo, how I know Mo, Mo is gonna always hit the dance on the head when it comes to the song. You be like, yeah, this is real life. You gotta hype her up real quick. So I know that she was doing a phenomenal job. When I watched it, because I had a prior engagement, but when I watched it back, I was like, yeah, they was hitting it. They look good. Smoke Fest is always a vibe. Smoke Fest
know what
is
I was-
always a vibe.
You know what I always wonder? It's the performers, the dancers, and everybody, they're watching previous acts live on the stream and they're waiting. Just that alone, and the audience is a massive, and then the energy, and then you got commentators, the whole production, and it's this is your moment. You better do really good, or that's it. You know what I mean? And then a lot of people is going to see you from all these different demographics. I always I always think of this, what is going through their head? How does it feel watching other acts just, okay, one by one, they're done, and you're coming up. You know what I mean? I guess Lekiana and I, could speak on that. I always just wondered about that,
Yeah, honestly, I'm not really the type to compare myself or whoever I'm with to other performers, just because everybody has something so different to offer. But I actually really get excited to see what other people have in store. There's so many great animators that are on SL that spend there's a lot of work that goes
Yes.
into creating animation.
Shout out to everybody that is watching right now. Make sure that y'all smash that follow button if y'all haven't done so. We are talking about Smokefest SL, biggest music festival
navigate
on
all of that, and then
Second Life.
put it together. Again, like Roxy said, it takes a lot of work, and for the people who have been doing it for years and years, like shout out to you guys, because I'm just a novice.
Word.
I can do a little 1-2. I can make it to the 2-step, but for full-blown productions and scripting, etc., like I love to see people get super creative, because you never really know what people have to offer, what they have in store, and because every set is so different, you really never know what you're gonna get. So I get excited to see it. I don't even think about what I'm gonna do until it's time for me to get up there, and I'm like, yeah, let's kill this.
That's it.
Hey, Peaches, you want to hear a little development, little secret that nobody knows? I
Why,
guess.
yes.
Yeah.
Hold
Spill
on.
the Yeah.
Tea, baby.
And Vale knows this because like when I'm building the stage, I call it the walk. I need the walk to be dramatic and scary. So performers don't even know I'm doing it on purpose. So like when they're walking to the stage, like I think Slickiana, you used the tunnel, right? With the fog, I made it long and narrow and with the fog, and so when they're walking through this tunnel, it's all strategic. So when they get on stage, is boom, like they can't see anything until they are right on the stage, and then everything's in front of them. I did it on purpose. I wanted that walk to be scary. That's me trolling the performance.
That's crazy.
Adding claustrophobia to the anxiety.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, everything I could do. Yeah. If I could have somebody pop out with a chainsaw, I would.
Nah, that's crazy. What in the world?
But people don't know that.
That I thought it was a nice touch, because I do have experience doing performances in real life as well. So for me, it was just another a day at a show. But I did love that, because most people don't take the time to create tunnels and create spaces where you have to walk through where you can't see the stage, and you're 100% surprised until you get out there. So shout out to you. Thanks.
But people can take it two ways. They can get nervous, but also they like when they're walking through the tunnel, they can get pumped. And I'm such a that kind of thinker. Like I'm like that quarterback who talks to the team like, let's go, and why are you here? That tunnel conveys that to me, and that's why I made it that length, and that's why I put fog in there. I put a blue lighting in there. All that stuff that people don't realize, it's there, and I did it for a reason. To get people pumped. It's your moment, and my job is to give you a venue, and my job is to show. And Muse and Bane, I think Muse is in the audience. They're our stream team. He's the one that does the OBS and all and filming. Amazing, talented guy. Our job is to show these acts in the best light. That's all we do. We want to show you guys in the best light as possible, and we want to pump you guys up and show not just a specific demographic that acts play to every week, but we want to show you. We want to show you off of all of SL.
Right.
And I just like to also add that being in the tunnels and then hearing in real time the commentators, introduce everybody, like that also adds to the amping, because you guys do such a great job.
What is that, Velvet?
Thanks. Those intros were all Cody. He talked to all the artists and did all the intros, and wrote them all up. He did such a good job, and it's always
What
nice
is
to
that,
give them
Velvet?
that hype. And every time we would say one, or sometimes they would ask, "What are you doing for my intro?" and I would paste it to them. They're like, "You make me sound really good." I'm like, "Yes, you are."
Yeah.
But Cody did a great job with all the intros. He did all of them.
Thanks, Cody.
Oh, to you, Cody. Thanks.
Yeah.
She makes it sound like it was so easy.
But it was so eloquent.
Yes.
You did amazing.
It's like you had it read to you by Alfred from Batman.
Pretty much.
Oh
When
my
you're talking
God.
to a group of Americans, Cody. Like pretty much that's what everybody's thinking.
All right,
And
shout
now
out.
up on the stage.
Right. Shout out to everybody that is now tuning in. Sean, no, this is my podcast, Sean. This is Peach Tea Podcast, and this is on Second Life, where I spill the tea and talk to different people of every walks of life, and we talk about many different things. And we just kicking in here talking about the biggest music festival on Second Life called Smoke Fest, which I had the pleasure of commentating the last episode, or the finale, week 4, with these wonderful people here. And so we're just recapping and talking about it, because a lot of people don't understand. Y'all think just because it's a game on this, that it don't take a lot of work, and it really is a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to put such a phenomenal production. And you guys can check that out. Production together, there you go. And you guys can check that out on YouTube, or look up Smokefest SL. Okay, make sure that y'all go and check that out. But yes, a lot of people don't understand that it takes a lot. Even as a commentator, it's high energy, high strung. You gotta be there because the days are long. It's like what was we there for, like 8-9 hours?
Yeah, for that last show, you had the long one.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. I had a 9 to 5, and we was there for a very long
you
time.
had the longest one.
Yeah, I think we got off at like around midnight, 1 o'clock my time, Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, it was a lot, baby. Yeah, it was a long day, and what you don't understand is that we have to keep up our energy, because we have to keep you guys entertained and hype. But we made it do. I think that we did phenomenal. I think I did okay for my first time being
well,
there.
lots of coffee.
Yeah, okay. They had a lot of coffee, baby. I was just high off of life. I was like, yeah, I'm here, baby. I'm here.
Can we talk about how Peaches got on the commentary?
What you?
Do they want to know that? So Suave, a super talented guy. I mean, what
Infiltrated your podcast.
They talking about Poodle, y'all.
Poodle? Yeah. So Poodle, aka Suave, aka a whole bunch of
DJ
things.
Fuck a Scratch.
You fuck the fuck is yeah. Well known as DJ Fuck a Scratch. He hits me up as like listen, I don't know if you guys got a full commentator roster, but this is a person that is just has an amazing personality that could add what you guys already have. And any recommendation from Suave people don't know. I mean, people do know. He's an elite mesher. He's one of the goats of DJing. He's an amazing videographer. He made our opening video, and which was amazing. What can he not do?
I say that to him all the time. Like, what the fuck can't you do, guy? We have this conversation with him all the time. Please.
Yeah, and so he dropped, Peach's name, and I was like, okay, you know what? It's coming from Suave. We're gonna throw her right in, because I want to give her the most difficult, road, and I want, not difficult, but I want her to I want to throw you right in the big one. You know what I mean? And see what you can do. And then I saw your podcast previous, but I already booked. He gave me your information. I messaged you. It's like, hey, would you like to do show 4 and this and that? And then once I booked you for show 4 as a commentator, then I was like, you know what? Now let me watch your stuff. But I trust Suave. Suave is a guy. If he comes to you with a recommendation, it's not going to be some okey doke. I'm just trying to, whatever the motive. He's not that guy. Everything he comes to you is extremely elite, and the people he surrounds himself is so talented. So he just dropped a name. I was like, all right, let's. I already thought after the end of his recommendation, I was like, let's throw her in show 4, and that's how Peaches came show 4. She blew it away. She did amazing. The whole commentary crew made me laugh all night.
Yeah. Because we had to keep an eye on. Yes, just threw me the hell in there, baby. Let me tell you, what they didn't know or didn't see is that I was dressed that same 5 minutes after he messaged me, and I was ready to go. I had on my outfit and I was ready, baby. I was ready to go. I was like, "Oh, you want me in there, baby? Throw me in, coach.
Yeah,
One
no,
band,
no.
one sound." I was ready.
Yeah, and it's what was great with you being a new addition, and you made it seem like you knew Val and Roxy and Cody through like for a long time. So it was a great addition.
Yeah. Oh, because I make myself comfortable wherever the hell I go, baby.
No, it was great this year. All of the guest commentators did an amazing job. Novel, Mach, Peaches was great. Libby and
For
Eve
sure.
from
Yeah.
Apothecary. Everybody jumped in like they were veterans, and a lot of people were doing everything for the first time. Another thing, not to sidetrack because we definitely don't have to, but with all of the adjusting that we did, we had brand new people to Smokefest who pulled off production, coordination, like they had been doing this for years and years and years, and this was their first time. So big shout out to Poppy, Propane Rage, who I don't
Yay,
even
Poppy.
think any of this could have been done without her. She is fucking incredible. Sorry, didn't mean to say that, but
Oh,
She isn't-
please. We
We love
curse like I
Poppy.
curse
She's
like a
alright.
motherfucker on
She's-
this shit.
okay, good. She's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
She is not only sweet and kind, but like you ask for something or if you need something, it's done before you even ask for it most of the time. Nesto or would be like, "Oh, do you need this?" And you know, she would be great. And we also had the pleasure of having Sage Varela. She was part of the
Sage!
Portofino team. Yeah, and she just jumped right in. We also had Indy helping us out too, and she was great coordinating a lot of the tours. And you know, Smokefest was huge this year, and it's overwhelming. You know, when you drop in backstage, you're like, whoa, where am I going? Where do I need to be? You know, people don't see that underneath the stage is a giant dugout underground area. I did that for Grant, who I like to call Grant fucking Valeska, because I knew that he needed a higher
Yes.
level of stage production. So there's just so much. Like, how do I, you know, where do I need to go? If I have guests, where can they go? You know, these three women really just took Smokefest by the reins as if they're vets. And we couldn't be more appreciative. I mean, I talk about it all the time. Probably everybody's sick of it, but Sage and Poppy and you know Indy and all the commentators and everybody that jumped in and it was their first time. It's like, holy shit, you guys would never even know it's their first time.
Right.
No.
So
Can I tell-
capable, so incredible.
Can I tell you a funny Poppy story behind the scenes? I'll tell you. This.
Yeah.
I have one
Absolutely,
too.
we
Go
love
ahead,
these.
Go ahead.
Let's Poppy. So like, you know, and all these there's the vets, which is the AV team, and they're so hard to impress. And then Vale and Poppy and Sage and Indy and so many new people came in, and you know they earned the respect. They were like, wow. So here's a Poppy story, and here's the thing that people need to know about backstage managers. Backstage managers need to keep that backstage at 30 people. So they're like the bad guys. You know, this is the most shittiest job to have in Smokefest because you get a lot of people angry at you because you gotta get that number to 30. That's our optimal where I can do the light because I'm doing all the lights on the laptop and Bane and Muse is doing their OBS and they got multiple, you know, programs and
Oh my-
and we're all operating in backstage. So we need to have that. The goal is 30, but we always like 38, 36. So the job of Poppy and the backstage managers, they got to tell people.
What is that, velvet?
And I trust me, if I had my way and if the whole team had their way, I would want 100 people
I
backstage.
appreciate you.
You know what I mean? I want everybody to bring their family and enjoy the moment. But the thing is, that's not Second Life. It's a 22-year-old engine. So, and the reason why having a backstage and the stage on another sim is because we want low lag so we can film and do all this technical work. So the backstage, the backstage position is they got to go to your best friend and you're an artist and like, listen, the light guy is struggling, the OBS guy is struggling, and you got to go.
Right.
And a lot of people are like understanding, and but like nobody wants to hear that, and I don't even want to tell my backstage managers that, okay, we need 5 to leave because I'm lagging and I can't do this act justice, if I can't switch my lights. I want to
Right.
respect everybody's. So I just want to make that clear that, like, backstage managers is the worst position to be because they got to be the bad guys.
Yeah.
I tell
Poor
I'll
Poppy.
so here's a Poppy story. So show one, before show one, it's like 3 days before show one, and Poppy's just got in late, and she started doing decorating. She did the boathouses and this and that, and she had her assignments. And then I was like, all right, I want you to lead to be the backstage. And she was like, okay, but you don't really know what that entails because Smokefest, we don't have a blueprint. We're not following somebody else's lead. It's all like we're all by ourselves.
Yeah.
Win or fail, we don't have a blueprint, and people got to understand that. There's no blueprint where it can be like, okay, that works, so let's do that. No, we're actually creating the blueprint. You know what I mean? In broadcasting and live, filming or live production. So I told Poppy, 3 days before show one, okay, so you're the backstage manager. Also, she's the lead backstage manager, which means she has to give cues to our AV team. Like, okay, this artist is ready. Now shoot to the stage. And I was like, do you understand that you're basically the director of our live broadcast? And she was like,
Basically.
yeah. And she was like, oh, shit. And she was like, fuck. And then she was like, okay, that's Poppy's mentality. Like, she had no experience at what we were doing, and then she had the duty to be the director of Smokefest broadcasting. So if it failed, like, I would be, I would be like, what's going? It would fall.
A
I mean,
lot
it wouldn't
comes
fall.
down on her.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
lot on her shoulders, and she knew that 3 days because we had to do a lot of roster changes, and she knew that 3 days before Smokefest 1. I was like, basically, in 3 days notice, I was like, you're the director of their broadcasting. Good luck. I just want you to know how big your role is. And
But
she
she
said,
took everything with stride, and it was like, oh shit, and then a pause, and then it's like,
Mhm.
okay, I got this, and then she
she
just
turned into a
runs with it.
general.
Yeah, and that's her.
I see
that's
it,
her vibe with everything.
I see a common trend here with you, Nesto, that you like throwing people in some
Oh,
shit.
I love that.
If there's a
Yeah.
base, we're getting rolled. That's
Yeah,
That's
Vale
in the
too.
best way
Crazy.
possible. In the best way
So,
possible.
Poor Poppy, she Young said, she had to talk to the AV team, but she also communicated with us as commentators saying, okay, the act needs more time. They need more time setting up, so we need to cover more, or it's okay, the act's ready, let's move it along, or whatever's going on. And, we had a few rough patches, technical difficulties throughout some of the weeks.
That, like you're in the mob. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. And I just remember the one time she's like, they're not answering me. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to keep going? She's like, fuck it, just keep going. Like, I could, just reading the text, I could feel she was just like, I don't know anymore. And then she got it, like you said, she just, for the moment of shit, I don't know. And then it was, okay, let's do this. And she adapted so well. And because I bug her the entire show, do you need more time? Do you want me to hurry? Do you want me to slow down? What do you want me to do? Because we're trying to make sure there's no severe lag, that we stop talking and then the act's not ready.
Mhm.
And everyone's just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. So we really try and get that timing, the
Correct,
closest that we can. But
To have her job, you have to have a lot of confidence and to know 3 days before and know you're a director, because I'm telling her, like, listen, you're telling the AV staff, the AV, meaning audio and video, what to do. So, like, if you don't have confidence and you don't have that generalmanship of like directing and telling people where to go and this and that, it's going to fail. Like, if you're a
Yeah.
timid person
Right.
and you're telling, I really would like to have you here, but I mean, you can't have that attitude. It's like, I need you here. You know what I mean? And because she has the AV team relying on her. So it really, to have that job, and I want to convey this because it's super important. And like, because it's such a villain role, because like I said, you have to tell people to leave, so a lot of people don't like, and then you have to tell people where to go. It's not, she's doing that because there's a timeline and you can't go over, because if everybody goes over 10 minutes, then the crew and this, Peaches, if you're there for 9 hours, now you have to be there for 9, 10, 11 hours because everybody went over. So the person who has to make that not happen is Poppy and Sage and Indy. You know what I mean? So I have to shout out our backstage managers, because they're the villains.
Absolutely.
They're really sweet people. They're the nicest people, but they have to deal with, like, if I tell Poppy, where is this art? No, I don't yell at her like that. If I said, like, what's going on with this artist, she has to go to this artist and be like, listen, we need you on blah 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 and blah blah, blah.
Exactly.
So,
Listen, and that goes for anybody who wants to be a future artist, live artist, or DJ for Smokefest 2026. Make sure that you are on time. Make sure that you go to practice. Make sure that you practice alone. Make sure that you have your set ready to go, so that way you could get on at your time and get off. Because one thing about it, baby, it's not only about you. And there's other people that you have to take in account for with their time. So just be respectful, be mindful of other people's time. If you're set to go on at 8:05, baby, you better be ready at 7:58. Be ready to go on, be there, and just get ready to rock the house, and be true to you. Be true to you and do what you do. I just had to throw that out there, because we don't want nobody having 100%. To get told like, oh well, yeah baby, you can't get like 40 more minutes, because no. What do you think this is?
What is that, Velvet?
All right.
Well, what we will do, I will say this is a break-in. We will implement a 15-minute.
Velvet?
Because it was 5 minutes before with Smokefest 1 and 2 and 3. You can get away with 5 minutes teardown and set up, because Velvet? Some people didn't even come with sets like in Smokefest 3. But now everybody knows what Smokefest is now, so they know this is their moment with sets. So now next year we're implementing a 15-minute setup.
Thank you, sis.
So
Okay.
this will help people.
That's great. That is great.
We get to talk more.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
what
be
we're
doing
saying,
more-
is
a
we
little
need
bit
to
more
have
about-
more things to say.
That's what I'm hearing. We get to talk more. Fantastic.
commercials.
It's
More
okay, because we
sponsors.
could do that. We could talk about more commercials, more sponsors, more I don't know, more everything, more us, more
Yeah.
us, more vibes. What I was gonna say? Let's talk about if you could teleport Smokefest into real life for one day, and this is a question for everybody. Where would you host it?
I guess we can start with Vale.
I mean, where do you want to see it? I think
Yeah,
it's more. I think it's more about what the people enjoy
Mm-hmm.
and what they want to experience. We're really realistic, so the moon sounds cool, but probably not the moon. Muse, he's part of our AV team, in the audience here, shouting out.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to stay really realistic and have it immersed somewhere completely different. I don't know. I think I'd have to think about that. One thing that I can say is that, once we set the tone at, and I don't want this to come across any kind of way, but like once we do something, it's like, okay, we did that. Like we did that. It looks amazing. It was amazing. I'm not gonna re-res like the same thing for next year. It's just like not what I do.
Oh yeah, no. But I'm
So,
saying, like,
you're gonna get a
if
whole
we
new
could take
vibe.
this, to real life, if y'all was making this into a real life festival and we had it, where would you want it to be? Where would you want to see it?
Gosh. Get back to me. Circle back. I got to think, because I definitely have an answer.
Like it would put her on the spot. I did
I
that a
know.
lot.
Probably I can say I would want it at an iconic, recognizable location. And I really like history. I'm a history nerd. I would want to see a festival of some sorts, not necessarily on the Coachella wavelength, but somewhere historic, somewhere where you see that one piece and you're like, oh, that's where they are. And it's, you know, an iconic sort of venue. Not necessarily indoors, somewhere outdoors, but having the backdrop of somewhere really spectacular where, again, I'm big on immersion. So I want you to drop in and be like, oh, here we are.
Yeah.
Where that is, no, I don't know yet. Roxy or Cody or Young, what do you
What y'all say?
I'm
Nothing.
going with the Coliseum. Like, I got to travel.
That's fucking cool.
I got to travel Europe a little bit this summer, and we did France and Italy, and standing in that Coliseum and looking down into that like bottom area and understanding like what happened here and what they did all those years ago. And while it's beautiful and architectural, and clearly I would never want to like ruin it and put lights on it, but like I could sit there and I could see, like, could you imagine lights surrounding like the top, and then that whole bottom area just completely lit up and filled with music. I would love to see that.
That sounds
Let's go to the
dope.
Coliseum, baby. Let's go back to Rome.
Cody, what about you?
Well, you see, I was going to be really boring and say it'd be really cool to have it be like at the site of a real festival, like your Coachellas or your Glastonbury's or. But now you're all on like landmarks and stuff, and obviously I'm British, so I'm going to call out like Stonehenge.
Oh, okay.
Stonehenge would be a cool
that's not
backdrop.
bad.
Oh,
That ain't
that'd be a
bad at
cool
all.
Backdrop.
What about-
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm more of like a simple guy. So, and I love the blues. I love Delta blues, and I love rock and roll, early rock and roll. So, I would have to be in Memphis. I would really like, and Memphis needs a big economic boost. I've been there multiple times. So, and I think if I had the money and if I'm dreaming and had the resources and bring all these like Sabrina Carpenter and Lady Gaga, and I would love people to understand and know the history of Memphis and how iconic and important Memphis was to pop culture and music today. If it wasn't
Right.
for Delta blues and Southern gospel and you know, a lot of music like that in the past, we would still be dancing the Charleston.
So basically,
Elvis.
Right. So
Not
you want
just
Smokefest
Elvis,
at
but
our
like
house,
not just Elvis,
basically.
but yeah.
You want Smokefest at our home. Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
great.
But like like Elvis, he was a great, iconic, and he's such a cool guy. But people don't understand not just Elvis, but there's such a beautiful, rich history in Delta blues and blues and rhythm and blues and it's just a beautiful musical town. If you guys ever want to hear the best blues players, you go to Memphis. With B.B. King and just got a lot of amazing artists, and I feel like with all these music that's today, and you got such a variety, people forget Southern gospel and Delta blues is where everything started, and that started rock and roll, and so I would really like to do it in Memphis.
That
I have
sounds
my
dope.
idea now.
Where we going, Vale? Where we going?
We're going to Iceland.
Ooh, okay.
I do.
That would be pretty cool, to be fair.
I do love Memphis. Little known fact, little tea for your tea drink you got going on.
Oh, we love a good sip.
Loves a sip.
We happen to live and an exact replica of Memphis already here in SL. It's private,
what's up.
obviously, but so when he says Memphis, I'm like, oh, okay. So Smokefest is at our house this year, which is cool. But no, I would do
Exact replica of Graceland.
exactly. It's actually pretty cool. I think we might be opening it up to the public in October, maybe.
Oh,
For
well,
sure.
we got a trip.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we also have
Yeah,
you
podcast beaches. Let's go.
yeah,
You know,
you might want to
All
want
the
to air from
furniture-
Graceland one day.
all the
Come on
furniture is
now.
custom made.
It's
If
all
you guys
yeah,
don't,
it's,
if you guys don't know Graceland, look
Oh,
at the jungle room and all this stuff. I had 3
Identical.
meshers work on it, and every furniture is exactly how it is in the mansion. It's my my
That's
project
crazy.
when I'm not doing anything.
That's
yeah.
so cool.
Yes.
though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would want Iceland. I think Smokefest is a summer festival. I don't necessarily see this happening, but I love seeing like the ski slope raves. I love seeing like like the rave baby
Right.
in the ski slopes and performing under the Aurora Borealis with the snow-capped mountains. If any of y'all steal that idea, I'm gonna know. So for those of you
Exactly.
And the
if y'all
commentator
come
a hot tub because I'm gonna freeze my ass off.
right, and all the
Can you
commentators are
imagine?
sitting in a hot tub just getting toasted, commentating on Smokefest that's on the
This
mountain.
sounds like a great idea.
It
It
really
you
sounds so
imagine?
epic. And you
It
know what?
really does.
Maybe we'll do it. And also for those of you listening who are little scammy grabber hands that want to get your hands on some inspiration, if you take that idea, I will know. So
Right.
August 30th, 2025 at 9:16 EST.
That's it.
You
It's
written enough,
documented.
I'm coming for you.
The documented. Yeah.
It's
Everybody in the
definitely
chat,
documented.
like
This-
and subscribe.
is
so we
already
can
going-
document.
Yeah, that's right. I'm coming to you. You don't want a technical difficulty
Okay.
because I'll give you one.
Exactly.
Can you imagine Smokefest in SL, a winter festival? Smokefest, a
Yeah.
winter Smokefest?
Maybe we need to do it.
Not gonna happen, but like.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I just had to tease y'all for a bit.
That's crazy.
It might though. Never say never. Because I
Never
like that
say
idea.
never,
So
say
maybe we need to
never.
travel.
Mo,
Well,
what
we do
about
have
you?
we do have some projects coming up all year
Little
round.
igloos.
Fail.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we'll announce that when we get there.
Yeah. So.
But we got
some projects.
big things coming for those of you who don't want to wait till next year for another epic event.
Come on now. Well, we look at that. We got a little bit of tea. Not a lot of tea for you to sip on, but just a little bit. There's some
That's a
there's some
little
shit
bit.
coming. There's some shit coming, y'all. Prepare yourselves.
Well, if you invite us back, we'll drop the full announcement.
Y'all are always welcome back. What the fuck? You're gonna come back anytime. What about you, Mo? Where you want to see Smokefest in real life?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like when you first asked the question, Roxy really did hit the nail on the head because I was like, imagine that shit at a coliseum. Oh my god, just the idea of it. And I'm the person like, yeah, let's put all those lights, like to have just a huge
Yeah.
crowd come out. I think that would be a phenomenal idea. Or
I don't even really have no place.
Smokefest in Ibiza. That's always a time.
Somebody in the chat said Vegas.
Oh yeah, if
Awesome.
Smokefest were to happen in Vegas, I think that would bring out like for real life, absolutely.
Yeah.
My
That's
God.
a lot of work.
that
It is a lot of work.
That's
Maybe
No,
under
this
the
is not
Eiffel
African life.
Tower. Maybe in front of the pyramids. I don't know,
I thought
y'all.
that in front of the pyramids. That was my second one. Like,
Yeah.
it was teetering between
What is that,
Colosseum and
velvet?
front of the pyramids.
Maybe we'll perform on the Great Wall of China. Y'all don't know. We have stuff brewing.
Stuff
Or
is
you know what?
brewing. I can't
If you
can't
guys-
wait.
If you guys are listening, Memphis Bobby Bland, look that up. Do a deep dive.
I
into
kind of
it.
want Dolly World. Now that you say that,
Dolly
let's
World.
mention that.
Yeah.
Well,
totally.
because you know, here's something that is mentioning the Coachella. So Stagecoach is its own sort of entity within Coachella that focuses on country and more folk, and that's up my alley for sure. And it might be fun to do something like that. you know, somewhere in like, you know, in the heartland of America. I think that might be cool
Yeah.
to do. See, also, if you rip me off on that idea too, I'm also gonna come for you.
919.
919
Stamped.
EST 83025. Thank you.
Well, you know what's great with country today is that like it's merging. You know, you have a lot of merging artists where it sounds like pop
Oh,
country, it sounds like rock
crossover.
country.
Yeah.
You have
yeah.
what's his name? The country artist that you like that does
Sis,
R&B
please.
merge country.
Shabuzi.
Shabuzi, yeah.
He's
Like
my he's my
Shabuzi.
dude. I love him.
Yeah,
I feel
he's
like not
amazing.
an I don't know why he's not talked like about enough in
Yeah,
the
he gets
metaverse.
talked about a little bit, but not too much. Do
No.
we have like a SL? We need a SL Shabuzi. We need a SL Sabrina
sure.
Carpenter.
Sabrina. Thank
Vale
you.
tells me that all the time. Exactly what you said, Peaches. She said we need an SL Shabuzi. We need a Sabrina Carpenter. You know, that's
Yes.
that work. Next year we're gonna work on it. Trust
We're
me.
gonna
I got a
work
lot of
on
notes. Got a lot of notes.
I really want
Yeah.
that, but I don't know. Like, I mean, the viewers will tell us. I don't know what people love, but like, is country? See, this is the other thing. Like, is country music even a driving force in SL? But it's like I feel like if we do it the Smokefest way, it will be.
I
Country
could do
music is
whole
only a driving
hour
force
90s
because-
country set of like Shania and Trisha and like
Well, yeah, if it's
There you
90s
go.
country, I'm there. Me and Roxy already had this conversation because we both love country music. I grew up on that because
90s
of my
country
mom.
man.
So
I could
yes,
give you a whole set.
I'm not having an opinion on this because I'll get cancelled.
I don't know. If,
Oh,
I
Lord.
don't know. If, I don't know if people want to, want to be a part of it. But I don't know. It's like it's different, right? Like that's the beauty of SL. Like let's do. That's how Smokefest started. Let's do something different. Let's do.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, I
obviously
know
wasn't
Black
there
SL
at
would definitely
Inception.
treat it as if it's the Cowboy Carter tour. So
Come
they'll
on.
they'll show up and show out for sure.
Cowboy Carter and that could get certain communities wanting to be involved, and then just Smokefest really is something for everyone. And like Young said at the very beginning of the show, it's not about one group. It doesn't cater to any specific group. It is a genuine mix of bringing people together,
Right.
different music, different genres, different
shit.
walks of life, who just
Right.
love music. So why not? Why not?
Exactly.
Like when we talked about stuff, I listened to an array of music, and there were still artists that did that over the 4 weeks of Smokefest that I'm like, this isn't my jam, this isn't my jive, but they still did a fantastic job, even if it's not right up my alley. But I have Vale over here who's going, I love this, and because it's right up her alley.
Yeah,
That's what makes it
I'm old.
amazing. That you're not going to have every person like every set in every show.
My Faith Hill.
Never. That's never going to happen. You're going to have
Carrie
people be like,
Underwood?
oh, I wasn't,
Can
a
I
fan
get
of
Carrie?
this.
Come on, Carrie.
Come on, Carrie.
Come on, Carrie.
Well, I'm walking to the heart of a pretty little souped up
That's
four-wheel drive. Yes.
Hey,
Peaches, you gotta.
if that doesn't
gotta
deserve
voice.
lightning bolts, I don't know
Just
what
little
does.
shot,
Come
little
on.
shot.
Coins,
Get
coins, coins.
Coins.
That's funny. They've been gifted me.
Good,
A
good.
little something, something. All right. So, what can we expect, from the future of Smokefest in Second Life?
Definitely what we do every year, and it's evolve. One thing that the team and everybody's focused on is what we do wrong and how do we fix it. We're like, okay, everybody knows what we do right. Let's focus on what we do wrong and fix it. So with that attitude and everybody being humble and understand things that we do wrong, that allows the door for evolution. And if you look at Smokefest now and to a previous Smokefest, you see the growth, and you
Oh,
see the
yeah.
changes. And like I said, there's the 5-minute window that worked for previous now, and we try to implement with this, and now a lot of things doesn't work anymore. Like Smokefest is growing, and artists are understanding that big production matters. This is their moment. So there's a lot of things that we're doing to implement for next year that will make Smokefest a better experience. I know one thing that was very public was our streaming. We're looking at a lot of platforms, to see where we're going to be at as streaming, because
What is that, Velvet?
YouTube for Second Life and for what we do is just not
Thank
in
you for the
anymore.
lightning
It
bolts.
used to be, but now sorry, I remember Muse and Baines. They're the ones that, like I mentioned them. They film and they give me a lot of data on like the perspective of the whole thing. They're very super smart people, and they're telling me that you never know, like because right now it's in the infancy of AI. Where they're like
What is
where
that,
AI is
Velvet?
detecting copyright things.
Thank you.
And right now it's super aggressive
What is
and
that,
not
Velvet?
intelligent, and
What
maybe
is
in the
that,
future,
Velvet?
maybe next year, it's gonna be more intelligent and more like
Thank you for
less
finishing up
strict,
while
where
live
we can
goes
keep
on.
like we don't know where that's going with YouTube, because YouTube invested a lot of money into this AI technology to discover copyrighted things. But
Right.
here's the thing that I want people to know. When it says your stream has been suspended because of copyright, it doesn't mean that you don't have the rights to play what you're streaming. It just means you're being attacked basically by bots who notice that you're playing copyrighted music, but you can have the rights. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter, because at that moment your stream is already shut down. You know what I mean? So here's the thing, like, so say like you already have the rights to play Beyonce music, but they're shutting your live stream down, and what they will, or they won't, or it just depends how Beyonce has her music set up, in her distribution company. But like the thing is that say that they do, well, your live is already toast now, and you can't submit in that moment your copyright documentation saying I got the rights, because AI bots who are not human is the one that's shutting you down at that moment. Now the next day you'll have YouTube live staff email you and be like, this is why you shut down. And so what you do is you submit all the copyrighted material, and I have permissions of it. That will save your VOD, your video. That means your video won't be gone. So like, even though it was off air live, but they can see it when you submit all your copyright documentations and permissions that you have. So I want people to understand that distinction. Even though you have all the copyrights to do something, it doesn't matter when AI bots are flagging you and knock you right off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's because, and it was crazy because the SL community doesn't understand that, because we're the pioneers of live broadcasting. So I just wanted to make that, I want to convey that, like, even if you have all the permissions to do what you do, it doesn't matter, because you're not dealing with humans, you're dealing with AI YouTube bots, and they will shut you down. And then they'll deal with your documentation the next day. But in the meantime, your live is screwed. So because of that aspect, that doesn't fit what we do. Like, I don't want, that. Like my live,
Work on it.
yeah, we have a lot going into live. I mean, we have people
Yeah.
who make commercials to live. I mean, Peaches, how much we take pride and all the work that goes into live. So we're looking at, is YouTube the future, which is a high probability that's not, but we're also looking at a lot of alternatives for our live, and that's
Yeah.
what we're moving forward to do.
That's going to be a big change. And I can tell you from my point of view, another big change is that it won't look the same. It won't feel the same. It'll be something that is a new experience, because I want to give new experiences to people in SL. I know everybody, we're not the only music festival, but we are the only one,
On
I
this
guess,
large grand
I guess
scale.
use the word pioneer. I mean, doing things at a very large scale, bringing in a lot of different people. So we want to give back. I think we're also going to look into other ways that we can give back to the community next year. Different charitable opportunities,
That sounds amazing.
different social opportunities. We don't want to get stuck in one pigeonhole. We want to keep evolving and growing and doing more. So we're also open to feedback, by the way. So if people have an idea, or if they're a part of something and they're like, hey, you know, I'm a part of this organization and we do this, we'd love to partner with you to maybe raise awareness even, or bring attention to a cause. We're down to hear that. So those are, in addition to like the technical stuff, like what Young said, you know, from a charitable point of view and from a community point of view, we just want to evolve and we want to do more. You know, if there's ways that we could do that, like, we want to hear it.
My dream as a charitable, because I, you know, come from a very, very poor, violent neighborhood. You know, my dream is to have somebody who knows, you know, a charity and figure out an avenue to be as secure, where like Linden Labs is creating your kiosks. You know, I want it to be that secure, because I trust me, like, my biggest thing is people's money, safety. You know what I mean? There's so many people that's like, you know, like, you have so many charities, but like, I will say the RFL is the most safest charity. Like, and Roxy will speak on it because she's a team member, but like, their kiosk is made by Linden Labs. You can't hack that. You like, if I have, you know, and we did in previous Smoke Fest, is to have the RFL kiosk there. You can't scam that. It's scam. It's you can't. It's made by Linden Labs. Nobody has access to those funds. Only it goes straight from Linden Labs to the Real Life American Cancer Society.
Yeah,
And
scam
my
proof,
dream-
bitch.
Yeah, scam proof. Despite a lot of stupid shit that I hear, you know. But here's the thing, like, but I would want that. My dream, coming from, you know, a neighborhood that is extreme poverty, and witnessing that, you know, all through my life, I would really love if Smokefest has that with, like, you know, a charity that gives to families in need, families that need food, family, you know, that is along those lines, you know, because my grow up is like, you know, for my family to eat, we had to go to the nearest church, and we had to wait in the basement for hours, and they'll just give us a box of bullshit, and then that's your food. So my heart and my experience, I understand that. I know the hardship I know the hardship of, like, you know, eating toothpaste just to have something in your belly in the hood, and just, you know, crying, and, you know, you can't even afford fucking McDonald's. You know what I mean? So my thing is like, that's where my heart is at. Like, I wish, and I'll figure that out. But my main thing is safety, is people's money. Like, if, you know, you can't just implement a charity and then have everybody, like, you want the community to feel like if they're spending money on your charity, to make it feel they deserve for safety, right? No scam. It's got to be scam proof. So that's one of my dreams of Smokefest in the future, is to make, you know, maybe I'll probably, you know, talk to Linden Labs and make, you know, and see and go down that route. But my big thing is I want to give back to the communities in America that families are in dire need. So that's huge on my heart.
Right. I love that. I love that idea. I love the fact of giving back. I've always done charity work since I was like a wee little lad. So I'm down to help any kind of way that I can.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out the logistics.
Throw me in there, coach.
But the thing is, my biggest thing is the safety of it. Like, I understand, like, people are so worried about, like, you know, if I donate to this event and they're saying, like, you know, this charity, but like, how do you know? Like, but if when Linden Labs is involved and they create accounts and that account goes straight to that charity, that's 100% safe.
Right.
And I
The
won't do
financial.
anything. Yeah, financial. And I won't
Financial
do anything.
responsibility is a lot.
Right.
Yeah,
Is-
Roxy could probably speak on that too.
Correct. Yeah. And I won't do anything that doesn't have high priority financial responsibility, because, you know, that's my main goal, because I understand, like, you're giving your last dollar to a cause that you believe in, and I'm gonna respect that.
Right. I love that. Well, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing what Smokefest 2026 brings, because 2025 was fucking epic. And I'm now glad to be a part of the Smokefest team as a regular commentator. Thank you guys for accepting me in. Glory! I appreciate y'all so very much. Because
Wild Peaches, you're
yeah.
wild.
well, absolutely. I'm
We
a
love
wild
it.
card. Yeah. Like I said, the reason that I put I wanted to do this was so that way, number one was to give you guys your flowers, because y'all work a lot with doing this. Y'all said a whole year until the show, and that's a lot of fucking work. That's a lot of mental. That's a lot of like everything, like
What is that,
on top of
velvet?
whatever it is that y'all have to go through in real
What
life,
is
and
that,
y'all are
velvet?
working like really hard to put this together
What
just
is
for
that,
people
velvet?
to
What is that,
enjoy
velvet?
on here, and
What is that, velvet?
shed light
Just
on
really-
other
and just really
individuals.
quickly, not to cut you off, but
No, girl, you know.
so true what you're saying. There's so much of real life sacrifice that goes into it. I mean, Roxy shared with us, you know, she lost her mom.
Right.
I can't even imagine, like, I can't even think about what that was like. I can't. And you know, that week she's like, okay, you know, I got this and I got this, but I'm not letting you guys down. I'm coming back. I'm doing what I need to do. Like that
Yeah.
sort of resilience.
That sort of
it wouldn't-
dedication. too.
yeah. And Nesto, I mean,
And
young.
then after that, like people said horrible things in the chat. I was like, listen, you don't know what the team is. The team is real humans. The team is
Right.
going through real life things. And after Roxy and like, you know, those other things, just dealing what they're doing with you know, their real life. And then for them to like come on and just put a happy face and be for the community. And
Right.
then that's why I was extra, because usually I'm just quiet when people talk dumb shit. But then when people were just saying vile things in the chat
It was only like
and saying, well, yeah,
they were
very,
vile
very,
people. Yeah.
they're very
They were
few.
vile people.
Yeah,
They
they
were
were
vile.
saying, they were saying it was just a few, but like they were very vile and very, you know, disrespectful. And that's why I spoke on it, because I know what the team is going through. I know what Roxy was going through and what she sacrificed to even make it that night. And Roxy is like, you know, if she's not there, the commentators are in disarray because she's the organizer.
Right.
So
No,
like,
it's true. We
Nah, yeah,
wait on-
she held it down.
we wait on her. We wait
And
on
then-
Roxy, and also, real quick, we have people on our team who are not American. They are working until the sun comes up.
Right.
Cody, every single Saturday, it's like 7 a.m. before that man gets to probably
Exactly.
like the sun
It
is
was-
shining.
It
I
was
would
finishing
see-
at 5:30.
I was seeing the sun coming in through his
5:30 in the
bedroom window.
goddamn morning. Hell.
And not just that. Poppy's in
Yep.
Finland. We have
Yes.
Muse who's out. And also, by the way, Young did all of show 1 with COVID. He couldn't even speak. He could barely like keep his head up, and he's doing the lights for every single performer, 10 out of 10. And he doesn't say anything, and people don't know that. But it's like he comes home from like, you know, a 12-hour shift at the hospital, and then comes and does this for another 12 hours, then has COVID. It's like every single person on our Smokefest crew, like, I really want people to know this is not like a feel bad for us. It's not that. It's just so much.
No, it's
goes
just it's more of a real
It's a
lives
real
motherfucker.
moment.
We
Real.
are real people.
It's real.
We're
And
real
can I
people
add to
behind these
that?
characters. Like, we got real
Right.
lives and shit that go on just like everybody the
so
fuck
shut
else.
the
The
fuck
hell?
up about
Exactly.
the
Shut
screen
your
going
bitch
black
ass
is what
up,
I wanna say.
motherfucker.
So shut the fuck up and you try it. You try
and can
it.
I add to that? Like
go
show
ahead.
4, and I apologize to Peaches because usually we have.
I was about to get up and
you know.
Seawalk, Val. I was
Yeah, but like you know, we were late with, you know, the commentary meeting because it was just show 4. There's even show 4 was a lot going on, you know, for me and Vale, and you know, and I'm gonna just bring this up. Like every show where real life people and real life happens, and there's real life obstacles, and for people to be vile, and there's a difference between opinions and then just be vile and just be you know, that stuff I don't like because I know what happens. And like show 4, you know, people don't
You
know,
can say
but
whatever
like
you want. By the way.
we almost lost Vale. I mean, she was so close
Well,
of losing
Friday.
her. She was so close of losing her life on Friday with a car accident that she witnessed somebody else pass away. But if that
Oh my
person would
God.
have bumped her, she would have passed away. We would never have her. So off Friday, I just lost it because, you know, I love her so much, and I was just
Aw.
mentally in a bad place, and I was just like, and you know, and I just, you know, just life is so fragile, and that was the mode going into show 4, and then I was like, all right, I gotta suck it up, you know, and like just go on, and like people don't know these stories, but like we were so close.
They're
Yeah,
just
man, I
real.
can't even say it. It's real people, and like people, we were so close of like, if that would have happened, I don't know if we could have had a show
Well,
4.
we
I
don't
would
want
have.
to think
I
about
would
it.
have. Yeah, yeah.
We
We don't
won't.
want to think about it, but like people don't understand. Like, so everybody in SL community, understand this. Not just Smokefest, but just be nice. Like, and then and
Period.
people, and if I never took not one dime of brands. This is the only event that the brands get to make their coins 100%. I never take money out of artists. I don't take money anywhere. You know, the rentals, anything you can expect. I don't take the Smokefest team doesn't take no money out of anywhere.
Right.
So like just that alone, just I understand opinions. I can understand opinions because with your opinions, trust me, I probably feel the same way behind the scenes. But like the tactfulness, the vileness, it's just don't just do that to Smokefest. Just don't do that to anybody. Just
Don't
be
do it,
nice
period.
because
The fuck?
anybody who has events and does this, like there's real people behind the you know
Yeah.
thing, and you don't know their stories. So my message to everybody is just like
Just
relax.
be kind.
Be
Stop
kind.
with
Yeah, be kind.
God, be
Be nice.
kind.
And shut your bitch ass up with the fucking
Right.
negative ass shit before you get fucked up, ho. Yeah, that's it.
And lightning bolts.
Yeah, yeah.
Lightning bolts for real in the chat. No, it's true. You know, it's a lot, and everybody. I really feel for everybody. I think that sometimes NSL, there's this disconnect because you know we're behind a screen, and you know people say stuff or they think they can get away with saying certain things to other people, and you know we have no tolerance for negativity. We have no tolerance for any sort of anything, just any bullshit, really. We don't stand for it this year. Especially it's, you know, if you can imagine, we just stayed strong, you know, we just huddled and stayed strong and put together something despite all the things that we experienced and have been going through. So yeah, I mean, oftentimes like we just had to tell ourselves to like, you know, stay strong and keep with it. And anyone else who wants to mouth off and chat about, oh, this could be better, it's like, well, you fucking you fucking try,
Right.
and you put together something, and you get an AV team, and you
That shit is gonna
sacrifice
be
your
a
time.
sham, bitch.
Right? And it's like, well, I mean, who knows, right? Who knows?
But you can't do it in hidden accounts. So good luck with that.
Right. So then they hide on accounts, and then they like to chat their shit. You know, one, you know, just some people just saying stupid stuff like Smokefest is a sinking ship, and it's like you're a fucking
How?
loser. And
Cause
to
every
say
time,
stuff like that,
every time I see like baby Smokefest be
no,
packed
because
every
it's
week.
not. It's
It
not. So
grows
it's
every year.
miserable
It doubles in audience.
people-
You know,
trying
and
to
I
make-
get the analytics and the viewership.
Right.
yeah.
and
So
We don't
we,
share
we rise
Gaiazos.
above it.
We don't share Gaiazos of attendance anymore because we did that
No.
early on the Smokefest because we were conveying story and we were like, this event matters. You guys should be here. Like, trust me. Here's what's going on. That's why we share Gaiazos early, but we don't share Gaiazos of our success and numbers anymore. You know, because then it's just pretentious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't need to prove shit to nobody because
Don't
y'all
need
know
to
what
do
the
it
fuck
no
y'all
more.
got going on. This is a gem. This is a diamond. This is an experience. This is a vibe. This is relaxation. This is a step into peace because you know people find peace in music. And so y'all providing a whole everything for people, which is again why
It's-
I wanted to do
it's-
this.
It's for
this
everybody.
episode. Yes, it's for everybody. It don't matter who you are, what you are, where you from. None of
We love
that
you,
shit
too.
matters, baby. None of that shit
We
matters.
love you too. The
Yeah,
people who
exactly.
say bad, the people who are, negative, they're very few and far between. There's maybe like 2 or 3 of them who just, don't shut up. But for the most part, we're so grateful for all the photos, all the videos, all of the support, the sim being packed all day long, like start to finish.
How you doing?
We were walking around and I had to start cleaning up.
Thank you so
Smokefest,
much
and
for
I'm
the
like,
follow.
"Damn,
Welcome,
there's, like,
welcome."
Still people here, like walking around and taking pictures, and we just love everybody. We love that everybody
Yeah.
did that. We love that everybody participates. It's just so amazing to see everybody being so supportive, and that speaks volumes for every one person who has something bogus to say. There's 1,000 people with just praise and love. So
Exactly.
we see that and we appreciate that so much.
Yeah, but y'all definitely deserve y'all flowers, you guys, because y'all do amazing. Cody, Roxy, Vale, Nesto, I appreciate you guys. Mo, you got anything to say, anything to add to that?
I mean, you pretty much said it all. I do want to say thank you for offering such a great experience to the grid. There hasn't been anything that has been this cohesive and this big, and the fact that you guys really do put your time and skill into it, and just to see how it's progressed over the years. Very, very happy to see the progress. So I can't wait to see what next year holds.
Yes.
It's gonna be big. Next year, we're already having like some discussion, but like next year, if you think that we're done with Smokefest 4, and we're like, trust me, Smokefest 5 is going to be, we have higher goals, a lot of, it's just going to be crazy. It's going to be insane next year. We're not
We
done.
look forward
So
to it.
if you're looking for us to fall next year, you have to wait you have to wait the year after that. You know what I mean?
Gotta wait a little longer.
You have to wait a
I
little
don't
longer.
even see that
It'll be-
happening for the following year, for 2027 either. So,
We're
yeah.
excited.
I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate y'all, honestly. Once I came off that commentator thing, I was like, yeah, I gotta get y'all in here, because I need y'all to get y'all flowers early. I need y'all to understand that what y'all do for the grid is appreciated, and I also needed people to understand how much work, how much time, how much effort gets put into such a big thing on Second Life, and especially with no financial return. With no financial return, it's all a labor of love, and it's such on a grand fucking scale. So I appreciate you guys. This is the end of the show. Thank you so much. I didn't even get through all the questions, but the conversation was just so fucking good.
Can I just shout out one person we didn't
Absolutely.
mention? Is Aaron. He's our audio guy, Neptune Music. If you guys need a stream, go to Neptune Music, and just do that.
He sits in the background. He's always there and doing so much, but we never hear him.
Right. He definitely doesn't say too much.
He does a lot of good work.
That was the man that was letting us know when it was time for us to talk.
Yeah. And Sunset did all of our commercials, and she did it amazing. So check her. I think she's Sunset Dreamscape. To go check that out as well.
Also, our sponsors this year they were just so incredible.
Bars.
Putting out stuff for the festival. Bars is fucking badass.
Yeah.
Canopy did an incredible job with those little chairs. Artsy, with that musical theme, bringing like PBR. I feel like I'm back in the commentating seat, shouting out our sponsors, but just everybody.
I was just gonna say, like,
I know.
Shout out.
We would have thrown you out
Everybody was
because you said
amazing.
canopy, not canapé.
Yeah, I say Canopy, but
I know.
I say Canopy too.
yeah, I say Canopy, but like, everybody brought it. I can't wait to see what it is for next year. it's just gonna be it's just gonna be amazing. I can't think it's a pretty cool thing that you have, and I appreciate you giving us the platform to give others an insight as to behind the scenes, just who we are and our goals and what we're doing. So we appreciate
Also,
you.
what is Grant gonna do next year? Doo-doom.
Oh
To be
my God.
continued.
I can't. I
never
want to be
tell.
surprised.
He has to keep upping it. So I mean,
Oh, he will.
The
That's
hardest part-
Alaska over there.
The hardest part is knowing what he's gonna do and keeping it a secret.
yeah,
Like
I agree with that.
the Beyonce thing, I knew it was gonna blow up, and Lady Gaga. Like I know, like when he tells me, I was gonna just go massive. But the hardest part is me shutting up. But
Yeah, shut up.
yeah. But Grant, it has the same problem too, because he was like, "Don't worry, I told a group of people too."
That is funny. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody in the chat that tuned in. Mo, I appreciate you for being here with me as my co-hostess with the mostest and my bestest friend, best friend. I appreciate you.
Of course.
And everybody, thank y'all so much for tuning the fuck in. Y'all stayed. Maybe this will give y'all like a little glimpse into Second Life and how Second Life runs. Well, a part of it. Because Second Life is so fucking massive, baby. Y'all know that. I be trying to stream it. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. You guys are welcome back to my show any day.
Thank you.
We love it. Stay hydrated out there.
Thank you, guys.
Kids, stay hydrated, kids.
Yes, stay hydrated, kids. All right, you guys, we're out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Peach Tea Podcast. And we'll see you in another couple of weeks, because y'all know this is the bi-weekly show. And also, make sure that y'all follow Peach Tea Podcast on TikTok. Make sure y'all follow Peach Tea Podcast, baby. Peach Tea Podcast. This is going to be up on YouTube for a rewatch, so make sure that y'all go ahead and check it out. And that's it. We out of here, y'all. Thank you so much
Bye,
for tuning
chat.
in. Later.
Shout out your